Hey guys, Wallen Customs here, and today we're going to take a look at the Marvel Legends, the 80th anniversary, or 80 years, and this is the Mighty Thor. Looks pretty cool. Here's a side picture of him, Alex Ross, right there. Here's the back. Looks really nice. Let's open him up. Alright guys, so here's Thor out of the box, and he is fantastic looking. I have to say, I love this figure a lot. He does come with a couple of accessories. First off, he only comes with one extra hand. In the box, he has an open hand like this, right there. But he also comes with the alternative fist hand, which I have on him right now, which I prefer actually. Of course, he also comes with his hammer right there, Mjolnir. I hope I'm saying that right. Everyone always says it wrong. And this is awesome because it actually says the inscription on the hammer. And I think I can see it right. Whoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. Awesome. Nice looking hammer. I like how it looks. Fantastic looking. It's actually a pretty thick hammer as well, the handle that is. This is the one that came with the movie figures, and pretty much everything else is close to this. You can see the hammer handle is actually a lot thinner compared to this one. So if you want to mix and match, you're going to have a hard time holding the older ones. But if you go way back to the first early years of Hasbro, they had the Lord Thor, and he had this big hammer, which I love a lot because it just looks like a huge, gigantic piece of stone. This actually might fight. This one might actually fit in his hand better. So we'll take a look at that later. Alright, so taking a look at this figure overall, he is fantastic looking. There's so much to like about him. The overall structure, the sculpting of him, the body frame they use. Oh my god, it looks fantastic looking. This is old school looking Thor. I can't wait, and I really hope to give us a new, more modern Thor with the same body sculpt. That'd be fantastic, but easily one of the best Thors we ever gotten. Taking a look at his face sculpt right there, very nice looking, chiseled looking face. The helmet looks good, the wings on it. The wings actually look really nice. They have a nice metallic marble look to it. That's pretty good. The hair is really nice and smooth looking. No problems there. Going down to the rest of the body. The armor on him looks really nice. No complaints, pure black. He does have the I believe that's actually the strength belt, if I'm correct. You could actually Google that. This actually is supposed to give him some added strength, if I remember right. But going down, blue pants, if we're gonna call it that, or tights, and the classic Thor boots right there. The cape is actually really nice as well. It does have a nice wash to it, a little bit of blackness to it. It's a pretty soft cape, not that bad, not fully flexible, but it doesn't really weigh him down that much, which is pretty nice. And look at the rest of the body. Get his nice arms, really muscular looking, just really cool. Taking a look at articulation really quickly, he does have a ball jointed head on a hinge, but the hair actually does restrict it a little bit, so that kind of sucks. It doesn't go down that much. Left and right, not that much too because of the cape. Probably the worst thing about him. So you could kind of work around it a little bit. You get some movement, but not the greatest range. The shoulders on hinges that rotate, so they go all the way up. Pretty good. Forward, no problems there. This does not really hinder it at all, so that's pretty nice. Bicep swivel, and at the wrist he has a hinge and a swivel right there, so it's pretty nice. On this one it's pretty standard. On the other one, which holds the hammer, it's actually the opposite, going up and down. Probably for more better posing with the hammer, which is obvious. At the ab joint right here, he does have a ball joint diaphragm, so it doesn't go forward that much. Goes back a little bit, which is pretty nice. You can't pivot left and right, so that's pretty nice. So he do has some range on that. Going forward, you know, you could kind of force it a little bit. You don't want to force it too much though, but I do wish it went forward a little bit more. He does have a waist swivel right there. Going to the hip right here, he has T-jointed hips basically to go up that much, a little bit to the side. He has huge, gigantic thighs, very muscular. Split-wise, if he ever wants to do that. Thigh swivel, 2 points at the knee. At the ankle right here, he has a hinge, which is pretty standard, and a pivot. Alright, so here's Thor holding his hammer that he came with right there. Looks pretty nice. No complaints overall. If you want to switch it out to another hammer, which is a lot smaller, he could hold it, obviously, but it'll just kind of rest and sit in there. Next up, let's take that Lord Thor hammer right there. A little bit bigger, so you want to kind of have to squeeze it in there. But yeah, it's massive. Doesn't look that bad. Pretty good. Alright, size comparison time. So here he is next to my favorite Thor in my collection. It is the Infinity War Thor. Overall, you know, here they are. The new one is obviously taller. He's a lot bigger, more muscular as well. They are two different kinds of figures. One's a comic book based. The other one is movie based. So that is expected. But what I like to do is actually switch the head off. You can just pop this one off like that. Not a big deal. And I actually like this look a little bit. I might be crazy, but honestly, not a bad look. Not a bad look at all. And we'll put this one on him to see if it even fits well. It doesn't really fit. I think it's too short, but we could probably do it like that. Alright, next up right here we have Odin and we have Beta Ray Bill. Of course, I had to pair these guys together. Obviously, Beta Ray Bill is wearing more of a modern looking suit compared to his classic one, but overall it's a nice look. Next up right here we have the new Hercules figure. We also have Jane Foster's Thor, and I think it's a nice comparison. It seems like Thor is a little bit taller than your usual big figures like Beta Ray Bill or even Hercules. I think it's due to the neck also, but I'm not complaining. It's not bad at having Thor just a tad bigger. Alright, next up we have Shazam right there from the Comic-Con exclusive, and we also have the new DC Multiverse Wonder Woman. And next up right here we have the 80 years Captain America, and we have an Invincible Iron Man figure. And to finish off this review, we'll put Hulk right here in the background, who had towers over all of them, of course. But yeah, overall this is a great looking Thor figure. I think he is fantastic. I'm more excited for the future that will come. I mean, he's a great looking Thor figure, a great classic looking Thor figure for your collection, but for myself, I like the more modern stuff, more up to date. I just really can't wait till they make a more modern Thor in the future. Hopefully they will use this body mold, of course. A couple key things I want to point out with this figure. Actually, the cape is a little bit top heavy for him, so you might have some problems posing him. It does weigh him back a little bit, but it's not that horrible. But overall, the articulation is great on this figure. Aside from maybe the ab joint right there, it could be a little bit better. But on my copy, all the joints moved firm, swift. Nothing was tight. Nothing was bothering me at all, really. Like the Captain America one, everything was okay also, except for this arm was really tight. That had to loosen up. This one, I think, it seems like it has more or less QC problems compared to this one, so that's always a good thing. Other than that, that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace!
That's crispy.